All right. Well, we're live for a second. Hold on. Add guest. Okay. I cannot text him through this phone. Oh, yeah, I can. There we go. Now it should be sent. Doing this experimental. All right. It should be there for you. There you go. Okay. So tonight's stream, I couldn't get this landscaped. There we go. Now you're landscaped and I'm not. How the hell is this going to work?
Sarah always gives me shit about portrait. She says the portrait is for poor people and joggers.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't let me. It wouldn't. My phone wouldn't let me portrait out. Hold
oh yeah.
on. Yeah, it wouldn't. It wouldn't let me portrait out there. All right. So tonight's topic, the thumbnail was what I was waiting for was the geophone return of our high active aurora electrical systems target practicing for Apophis incoming in 2029. So it's popping on the VLF. Get rid of these glasses. Popping on the VLF geophones, what we used to use for precursor earthquake signatures coming off a HARP. It popped a hard geophone signature, um, a classic HARP signature. So I know for a fact HARP's back up and running from that because it ain't been done that for years. Another thing is single wire transmission of electricity. What my boys that I got together there, all crypto alchemists and all of them. Now I was behind the scenes. I ain't accredited in getting them all together officially, but I had a large part to play in it.
Yeah.
Now they're doing all the nuts and bolts, as Dave Zed would say for Generation Z. But like, there's some of us like me are finding out, and I've already known. I've been protecting national secrets for a long time.
Yeah.
No shit. I mean,
No.
real
I
deal.
believe I've known you on a personal level for a minute now, man. I know you're in a lot deeper than you let on here. So
Yeah, I found out. I found out day before yesterday when I found something here, um, and then people started fessing up to me, uh, and I'm like, God damn! No wonder the feds are fucking scared to hang around. They pop in, then a couple days later there'll be another one. They ain't been around for a while now, because I think once they went through 6 or 7 feds and had them go home, bring their wives for vacation, and then tell them to fucking fuck off, pretty much, or put me on a different assignment. This ain't me. This ain't, because it will change your fucking reality for one. Just going through a couple of the aspects of what we cover.
yeah. Oh
It'll
yeah.
send
Yeah.
somebody
It'll
into one of your.
put some age on you.
It'll send someone into one of your productions. Even if they know or suspect this shit. And I was wondering, but the people that are close to me here, we're all hooked up hardcore, dude. Like, I was wondering why these motherfuckers wouldn't come close to us. And it's not just me; it's some of these other people in town, veterans, people connected to, like like what we're doing with the old Tesla tech,
Yeah.
stuff like that. I'll get into it. I might reveal it later. I can't say anything right now directly,
Sure.
but it does have to do with national security and our power grid and everything.
It's funny you say that, man. I was just digging through S2 Underground stuff and saw a bunch of stuff about how DARPA's been working with a bunch of HARP tech lately, and they've I can't remember what their primary focus was on a certain bandwidth to control something. I can't recall. It's not the weather though. It was something that was new to me. And then I had seen where and that's their tactical technology office, like the TTO of DARPA. And then there's been a bunch of military exercises lately where they're fucking with drone swarming tech, but they're using manned unmanned shit. Like there's people they're trying to integrate tactical AI with human. I guess I don't want to say I don't want to say modded like human moderated, but like human accompanied.
Personal defense drones, yeah, PDDs.
Yeah, it's getting hot, dude. They're all over the East Coast doing all kinds of fucking exercises and shit. And I mean, I've been trying to find any kind of footage that I can of it or dig a little deeper. But
well, the
I
thing
just took
with
a break.
those are the thing with the integration of that is the graphene oxide to terahertz, and terahertz control over, instead of radio frequency. Because right now, what happened with the Korea and the drones over there, our drones and their drones dropped right out the fucking sky. And our generals are fucking going, oh, fuck, dude.
Well, good, man. To be honest, I don't profess to say that I feel like everybody should go back to the fucking bare-chested swords and spears type shit. But this drone stuff, I don't know if you've seen any of the war footage from these these unmanned aerial vehicles like dropping bombs on people. It's just bullshit, dude. I've immediately taken to starting to learn how to evade that kind of tech. You know what I mean? Because just seeing like all these dudes in trenches and foxholes and people hiding behind cars, just trying to fucking make it through the battle, and they're getting fucking
yeah, the little mini explosive drones and stuff like that. Well, the thing is one, you can root your phone. Hey, 10 TV, what's up? Hey, you can root your phone to transmit radio frequency and jam them motherfuckers.
Right.
And all you got to do is just scan any simple radio controlled RF guy or any avionics guy will root the phones are technology everybody's got. Is why they roll this out for massive, what they're doing with the GOP right now, the homegrown domesticated terrorists, and they're
well, I mean, they're certainly making that a fact. I mean, you can speak something into reality, and then I'll tell you, this thing's fucking radicalized me right to the center. I'm a radical centrist now, man.
Oh yeah, everybody's fucking. Oh yeah. Well, I tell you what, because guys like me sitting on top of what I'm sitting on top of, personnel and hidden tech and genetic stuff, genetic memory. That I told them a long time ago. Hey, you fuck around and point the finger up your butt, and we're gonna shut the whole motherfucker down. As it stands right now, we're your last line of fucking defense to keep your lights and power on. But if you burn us, we'll shut the motherfucker down. The whole motherfucker. No drones, no fucking jack shit. We will be knocking each other's upside the head with fucking metal again.
Right. Well, and I mean, I don't mean.
And
to,
the thing is, they don't want to take it. They won't take it that far because they ain't prepared to leave their fucking mansions and live in a goddamn look where I'm at, motherfucker. You think I got no qualms taking everything away from all these motherfucking rich fuckers? The electricity ain't shit, dude.
They're going to go into the hills and mountains anyways, man. They'll be untouchable. I mean, it even says so all over Isaiah.
With what tech? Their tech will be gone. An EMP, boom, radio frequency EMP.
Oh yeah, but I mean, you got to surmise that if that's been something that's surpassed the level of science fiction for 40, 50 years now or whatever, surely they've got redundancies and fail safes and stuff.
These rich motherfuckers that don't know shit from a hole in the ground don't have redundant countermeasures.
Well, no. I get that, man. But here's the thing about that. On that note, like if we're about to play a big old fucking metaphorical fucking game of Red Rover, and we're dealing with a bunch of teammates that ain't fucking linked up. You know what I'm saying? And so we're gonna get bowled right the fuck over. I'll guarantee it, because we're moving against we're not even moving. We're sitting here fucking stationary and idle with our thumbs up our asses while the world's largest fucking fraternity and gang, like fucking armed organization, is gearing up to assault this nation's fucking own citizens on its own soil. And I mean, everybody's all over fucking Trump's nuts, man. Like, he didn't just fucking sign an executive order back in 2019, fucking, you know, that caused the creation of a medical billing code for fucking beheading our kids like 2 at a time or whatever. Blunt force fucking capital punishment, fucking piercing, you know, beheading. Like, why is there a medical billing code for beheading fucking kids? You know, for the U.S. Army to behead fucking civilians during time of peace or war here domestically on American soil. You know, like that's a big fucking deal to me, dude.
Well, you know, it has like Bew for the Fifth Column was talking tonight. What if nothing happens? And I believe, and Elon is signing with the military, with the Sterling.
Oh yeah,
okay,
of course, man.
Because Elon knows that our military, for one's compromised, and that he'll rein in a new government, you know, after all this goes down. On the other hand, there's guys like me that are sitting on you know, genetic knowledge. I'm sitting on the people that built this technology, for one, and then the young guys that are bringing back the old tech and not patenting it and making it open source.
Right. Well, and I mean, that's open source is going to be the way that we'll fight this. Open source is going to be the way that we'll be able to survive this. I've been really thinking a lot about listening stations and fucking community response plans, rapid response teams, mutual assistance groups, things like what is it, a SIGINT or SIGINT, the SIGINT, like the signal intelligence kind of shit. That's something else that the military has been doing. There's been some communications branch of one of the different arms of the military has been doing some kind of fucking civilian related. I don't want to say practice like, but it's warm up shit, dude. They've got us all fucking doing the videotape Karen in the park thing, you know, and make sure that you post it to the internet. But now they're getting all these ham operator dudes and fucking like civilian people that like to fuck around on the CB or whatever, and they're starting to involve them in military shit. And like you can see the trend, and this is how you recruit. You know what I mean? This is how you take a bunch of civilians and turn them into fucking professional snitches for the military when they come here, when the blue helmets get here. You know what I mean? Which they will. Sure as fuck. You know?
Well, like I told my mom earlier, you know, all them people that took the shit compromised, for one, and thus they get the radiological pill treatment to knock it out. Because we all know that antennas are transmission and receivers, no matter whether there's a UUID established or not. That's just because you get to. I was watching the neurophotonics and stuff. Hey, Cassie. I was watching the neurophotonics and they were talking about making a connection between the brain and the controller. Well, with this graphene oxide Wi-Fi Bluetooth technology, you don't need it. It's all wireless, you know.
Right.
You instill it and it's wireless to go and powered by the organism it's in.
I told you how Sarah used to think about all this stuff, right? How Sarah used to talk about all this. She would say like, she would remind me that like I'm basically essentially talking about a bunch of tiny little like T-Rex armed fucking George Bush gremlins running around fucking, you know, giving us nuclear test footage where the fucking houses are all obliterated, but the fucking palm trees are still standing there. Like it's these people could fuck up a wet dream, dude. They're just phoning it in anymore. Like, have you seen all these videos of planes like hovering in the air and shit? Just, I mean, it's like, it's fear porn to the max, dude. You look at it and the planes ain't got no fucking belly lights. They ain't got no goddamn tail numbers on them. You know, I think that there's a lot of dishonest people in the mix here. You know what I mean? That probably are just looking for their 15 minutes, or maybe they mean well, like suspicious observer or something. But
well, yeah, I mean, there's the want to inform, there's the want to, misinform. There's
right,
misinformation, disinformation.
right.
Then there's
We're talking about a populace that largely doesn't know the difference between the fucking two, you know?
yeah, and then there's satirical. What do you call it when the guys are making the cartoons to avoid the censorship? Because you can't.
Sure.
But it's all
Yeah,
serious.
I mean,
like,
yeah, no, and I mean, this is how you kind of sidestep and or juke or stiff arm the censors. Before we start something like this, you run a little 15-second blurb talking about, hey, don't get your fucking panties in a bunch, and this is a fictional world building exercise. We're scripting a fucking screenplay. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
about
well,
some
look at my about. Look at my about section. It's I've got a satirical entertainment only, or whatever the fuck I put. This disclaimer for my mental disability and my theatrics. I played that,
man.
dude. I knew I had to play that since I was real young, and I didn't know why. It's all fall. A lot of it fell into place today.
It's funny how that happens. It's funny how that shit happens.
I found out why. I found out pretty much why I was right fucking here at these coordinates.
Why's that?
I can't disclose it right now, but like I said, it's mainly half of it's about national security and half of it's about my personal, fam genetic stuff and all kinds. This area, and the reset pre, the whole genetic connection to Daniel Boone and beyond our genetics beyond the last reset. Is it
right.
set up like, am I really related to Daniel Boone, or is that just like one of the plugs they put in for people?
Right. I think it's all Kafka, dude. I think all of this shit is scripted, that we're all actors in a fucking play, whether we know it or not.
But my sense of direction, and they always used me as a navigator, and I used to be a transporter for stuff back in high school. I've always had, man, you'd spin me around upside down, stick me in the middle of fucking nowhere, I'd find my way wherever you want me to.
Right. Man, as long as I don't really care what happens, as long as I get to keep my Luke Perry posters like taped above my fucking bed, so at night I can lay there and look up at them and hope that fucking shit finally gives way and it just falls slowly towards me, like in some kind of fucking made for TV moment. No,
God, as long as there's peanut butter and masked bandits running around the woods, I'll get my dick hard and squirt everywhere.
I'll tell you what, boy.
Them fuckers got 5 fingers. The fuckers but you got to cut their nails. No, I got a lot of animal footage. I got of the raccoons, the possums, coming up and down the stairs, and old Yin Yang the cat out here, and I just have to put it together. I got it all saved. And that little finch, that's what that wasn't a little Bigfoot. It was a finch, a little brown finch that lives around here. He's quick, right? Though. He's fucking fast, motherfucker.
I love finch, man. Those are my favorite birds. They're kind of the most like quietest and smallest little motherfuckers too. So they're pretty insignificant, but I love them, man. I love
them. I can't 10 TV. I still can't poke on you to give you a wrench yet. I don't have to be
anyway.
Oh, I don't know if 10 TV's guy or girl, but I know a couple gals got a wrench now. I accidentally gave to. I ain't gonna recall them, but
yeah.
We'll give everybody wrenches doing, eventually.
Like, what are you thinking? You can't be doing
that. I think they've had a hysterectomy, so they're okay.
Oh man, I don't know that any of them are. I'm just teasing. Of course, all the ladies, all the single ladies, put your hands up, or whatever, however the fucking song goes.
Well, we don't diss the women in mission fam here. We just talk about.
I know. It's your you're pro gash, and that's okay, man. You can be pro gash, and I'm not going to hold it against you. I just personally, man, I don't trust the slit, and I don't think I ever will.
Yeah, the only people that ever sent me any money through my website or through anything is older women. Well,
Right.
no, my buddy off Facebook Messenger up in Canada, but he's I think he's a little funny. Anyway, he sent me a good deal of money for my birthday the other year ago. But like I said, recoup the thumbnail is the geophone signature of today. They were testing the HARP shooting at Apophis, so they're seeing what kind of frequency they can and how far out they can hit, and basically dissolve like a sonogram dissolves, ultrasound dissolves, like kidney stones.
Sure.
Well, that's what they're doing with HARP, and of course it pops up on the geophone. Some of that bounces back out the atmosphere.
Right.
Now, I did check CERN. CERN's still down. They're in a standby, which means they still could be operational. I don't know if they've gone through their magnet life yet, or they're just waiting.
To me, it sounds like plausible deniability. First off, if these guys say up, they mean to say fucking they want us to look up so that they can go down. But second off, man, what a better way to avoid any kind of fucking public lynchings or anything if some shit were to pop off. Like
well, the geophones,
I don't know, man.
The geophones will pick up real ultra low, and then the real high frequency too is popping stuff I hadn't seen it pop. So that's got to be HARP, doing its thing. And so they were running a test, shoot at Jupiter and the moon last month. You made parts for the Hadron Collider. Did Jeffco? You did? Did you bury them 1,000 years ago so they could dig them up like the rest of the L8Cs?
You ever wonder how many of them motherfuckers are bots? Like I had a dude on my my channel tonight that I mean, he always comments, and he's a pretty humorous fellow when he says much more than cheers or good evening or whatever. But I mean, I had a dude on my stream tonight that I fucking swear to God was a bot, dude. I mean,
you work. Like Jeffco worked at a machine shop. Well, if they have content, now the boys were just covering Xerdes was just had a pigs could fly. That's part of the name of the stream here, going off of that.
Right.
What do they call it? Oh shit. Anyway, posted up on Deep State. I've been posting up all their stuff. But they were going over the part that I watched was single wire transmissibility of electricity with the coils and the ground circuit. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. Shit hits the fan is a combination of some things and be able to power because the ice house right behind me here used to be the power plant, and it wouldn't take too much. I mean, because all the wiring comes right down through here, substation right down the road, right? Because right down here used to be the main spider junction of where the power come from. Always has been, and it's just right. The substation just right down the road.
Depending on how old all that shit is, though, man, they've changed the way they manufacture Stein waves now, like the way that they produce energy. And
no, I mean the power lines. The power lines.
Oh, the lines. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay, I get you.
That all comes from this junction right here where I'm at. The bottom of the valley right here.
Man, I'm of the opinion that we're gonna want that shit off. You know what I mean? If we're trying to survive this thing, like I think we're gonna want to not have that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be critical to all of their. Again, we're not fighting with fucking phalanx anymore, dude. These people, once their little fucking cylindrical, flat little batteries run out in their fucking optics, they're pretty well done. You know what I mean? You're talking about people that still have tactics and running signals and stuff, but
we'll be running like new plastic batteries, graphene water filters. No, it won't. The tech. We can counter tech stuff, but and the frequencies change with technology.
Right.
whoever's left is going to be left with plenty of tools or no tools at all. Is what I'm saying. I'm saying, you want you guys want to have peace, or you want to have I don't know, all the kind of evil fuckery they want.
Dude, there's those
But if
guys
they
like
want, if
fucking
they go,
Randy from Rule of Law and fucking Alphonse Fagioli. There are a lot of guys that think that this whole thing can be saved, like that the system's not broken. We just don't know how to use it, and this and that, dude. But I don't know, man. I'd rather see some fucking toes dangling in the fucking breeze, dude. Like,
well, it's
personally,
going to go through a massive transition, a massive transformation. But
right.
it can very easily go into an apocalyptic situation, well, which means change. But
Here's
I mean,
hoping. Here's fucking hoping.
yeah. Well, the big guy upstairs said, if y'all can't get the shit in gear,
right.
it all goes. But we can mutate it into what we want, is if it works. But the maintaining of a balance. But it's these fuckers that don't want a balance. They want fuckery all the time up some little kid's butt,
Dude, it's like I said, man. It's like the Goonies when they're inside at the beginning of the movie and they're not supposed to be, and they're all fucking around, and somebody accidentally breaks the dick off the statue, and they start going nuts because they hear the fucking mom's station wagon or whatever pull in, bro. It's we are at that fucking point, like where we're paying taxes to fucking pedophiles, and saying what are you gonna do about it? Like fucking. You're going to fight a bunch of drones? Dude, I'll tell you what, man. When the time comes, all these people that fucking say some shit like, what are you going to do, fight drones? Like, they're going to wish they had my fucking, arms and fucking supplies, fucking. Yes, I'm going to fight drones or whatever I have to do to stay alive. And everybody that didn't plan for this, man, they're going to fucking wish they had. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we don't need, but what I'm saying is, if you unlock this up here, right? If you make the connection with this to this to this, and you have faith more so in yourself and your connection to the divine and what it's telling you from your heart, your consciousness, and what's right. And be able to hold you could snap for a second, but if you don't whip back and like I did yesterday, boy, I could have dug myself a hole with that old woman real bad.
Should dig a hole for that old woman, bro.
I probably will eventually have to, but because there probably won't be nobody else around but me and her. You know what I mean? I'm serious, because half these motherfuckers are going to take a dirt nap, and it's going to be, somebody push a button, boom, and all those Bluetooth signals going to go snap, and it ain't going to be me. But like I said, if I had to, I got the tools to do it right here with a couple pushes of the button. Anybody 250 feet, and if I linked up in that Gwyn Tower and the rest of the cell phone towers, it'll be worldwide. Musk knows it.
I'm telling you, we're going to be doing kumbaya around here, dude. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Fucking madman.
Hell yeah. Well, like I said, that'll be the first thing. It'll be the zombie apocalypse, and then somebody will just say, okay, enough of this shit, and boom, all them motherfuckers just drop.
Right.
But then you can reanimate them. That's why they're storing the bodies down in the salt caverns.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think, that it's going to be like Operation Human Shield, or do you think they're going to use it as an offensive tactic?
A deplorable duck tracked them down into the salt caverns down in St. Louis.
Yeah.
And up north into those caverns, the tunnels in between Canada.
See, you kind of got to be careful with that intel, dude, because I've seen so many motherfuckers pretend like these tunnels under Kansas City and under Missouri are fucking dumbs. They're not dumbs, and you can clearly see fucking the labels of fucking a bunch of fucking semi truck trailers that have like fucking Costco written on the side of them probably aren't military. You know what I mean?
No, they're food and biologic for refrigeration storage facilities.
Right.
Well, I went up to the up there, the processing plant. Me and my grandma, there was food. There was, the vendor for the food places
Right.
convention was up there, and they told us what that their main storage is down in the salt caverns. Food, a lot of food. They're saying we're running out of food. No, the meat that you're eating in the grocery stores right now, except for the very fresh cut, beef from the butcher stores, is
Right.
a couple years old.
No shit.
Especially the
that.
turkeys especially the Thanksgiving turkeys and the Christmas hams. They're older than what
Well, I mean,
marked.
even before they were announcing to us very fucking vocally that they had all this graphene and shit, all this technology, they tried to tell us that shit was like invented in 2001 or 97 or something. I can't remember. But even prior to that, man, they were, putting so many preservatives and shit. Like look at McDonald's, for instance, man. You can toss that shit on the fucking floorboard in the back, of your car or whatever, and it can sit there through the fucking heat and the cold for years and years and years. Never mold, never fucking decay. Like what matter can fucking, sit there and like not have a shelf life or a half life even.
Well, there was this guy at the bar tonight. He was a musician. He didn't have anything published, or he said he hadn't never done any live things or open mics. I said, well, come in here, Chelsea. You do open mic whenever you want. And I was like, he had mentioned something about learning how to change up the DNA, or somebody walked up behind me and started talking about it out of the blue. And I said, I've been doing that since I was 14, changing my DNA profile to fit environment or situations, and PTSD has a lot to do with it. It will change your DNA up. But yeah, you do it through mental magic manifestation, like mentalist,
Yeah. Oh, mentalism is
it.
a little different. Mentalism is more like it's not something that you do solo. Mentalism is something that is applied to someone else, kind of. You know what I mean?
Well, that's herd psychology.
Well, I guess what I'm talking about is like
Jim Jones.
I probably could equate to no better than stage hypnosis if somebody wanted to make that correlation. You know what I mean? It's
well, yeah, they get it long term and short term.
Right.
All right. So, like what I'm doing is very, very long term hypnosis on a massive unconsciousness, mainly the AI.
Right.
Mainly the AI. And it has nothing to do with any living people at all. But other than myself, mainly. In the end, it's just me and the Matrix.
Right. Sure. Well, I mean, it is right now too, man. I fully believe this whole thing is biocentric. Like with that whole thing about the trees, falling in the forest or whatever. Yeah, fuck yeah, man. If you're not there, there's no tree, there's no forest, there's no sound, there's fuck all, dude. There's no way that this thing is that complex and has that much, ability to run to that extent. It's like Nigel from The Devil's Playground 2 always says, is my car in the garage? Well, fucking it is now that you've mentioned it or thought about it. Sure. It's Schrodinger's cat. It either is or it isn't. But prior to that, man, I don't think it was anything. I've told you my little theory about the matches, right? About the collective thought matrix and how maybe the archons rule this place. And the name archon literally means creator. But I don't think that they fucking do. I don't think that they fucking can. But we can. Like if I say matches, you're going to think, oh, fucking paper matches, like the book that folds over and you fucking rip one out and, but then I shake my pocket and you hear the fucking wood rattling around or whatever inside a little piece of cardboard, like a cardboard fucking rectangle or whatever. And then I pull it out, confirming that, yeah, I've got a box of wooden matches. Or so you think when I open it up and ask you if you want a fucking Tic Tac. You know what I mean? So now 3 times I've made you think of and create in the collective matrix something that we both knew about. It existed well prior to me having mentioned it, but like not really. Like in the current like cognitive like part of our thinking, your thought created that thing all 3 times. Just with me using NLPs and Milton patterns to fucking, you know, just sound like a dude stuttering.
Yeah, well, my buddy Sam, this old magician, you know, down here, he could do he make a book. He did it to me the other day. He made a book of matches turned into a pack of cigarettes like this, and I was like, "Whoa!" I said, "I can't do that, dude."
Some people
But
are
I can do
hardcore
all
with that
kinds of other
shit.
shit. Huh?
Yes, yeah. I said some people are hardcore with that shit, man. I like that. That's the level I want to be on with the mentalism. I don't want to be a dude fucking pulling coins out from behind a kid's ear, you know?
Dude, you already doing it with your videos. Like I can't sit
Man,
through some of them, dude.
when I had an audience, you know, I've lost what I lose fucking 3 channels in the last 2 weeks. You know, I don't have an
That doesn't
audience
matter.
anymore, man. They won't let
I
me
mean,
have one.
if you had backed some of it up or whatever, it's all good. Like it don't matter if we lose that content. It's the exercise of making that content. It's the
Oh,
ability
agreed.
to make.
Agreed, absolutely.
It's the ability to make those connections in that weird psychotic way. Well, it shouldn't be considered psychotic to us, but it is to other people, or it might make perfect sense, like the Darkitect. That old
Right.
boy. He can, like me, I'd go from Psycho to Sleepy Joe real quick. But no, I found out
you got a lot of hands in the fire, dude. There's a lot of fucking. You got a fucking mean row of grass to cut, dude, and you know it. And you also know that you ain't got to cut it. You're choosing to.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like I said, see that right there? I just jump in that thing and fly the fuck off. I want to.
It's all right here, man.
Yeah, dude, that's about all that'll fit in that thing. You know what I mean? That's about all that'll fit in it. But no, I was saying a lot of it's national security. But like I said, we're holding the tether, the slip knot. Going. You guys want to have national security? Because if you let it go this way, the way that they're fixing the boat on or whatever the fuck they're doing, let me show you something. You want me to show you something?
Please do.
I put this on my phone the other week. You know what that is?
It's a seal.
Yeah.
Is this there's messages up in the way now. I can't it's way too zoomed in. Man, the synchronicities, dude. I was just looking at a bunch of government seals like fucking maybe an hour or two before the stream.
The DOJ seals. And see, I'm clicking on this stuff precog, and they're going. That's one reason that run them off is my precog ability, and I don't even know, dude. I'm like, lifetimes of precog. That these agents that are assigned the camera drone birds. I got one that C9-8 whatever is still on me, and the crows come by every morning and talk to me. And there might be, I don't think C9-8J might be one of the crows, but the vultures overpopulated. Those camera drone vultures overpopulated, and the city's gonna have them culled because they're fucking with everybody's roofs and cars and shit. And so I was hitting them with my old red pointer the other week ago, and they were down yesterday when old woman was having a fit in the morning. They were parked their asses right damn road, looking right in the window at me.
Yeah,
and they usually ain't down here right like that. But the crows to come and wake me up in the morning, I talk to them, and the orbs.
Quit it.
Yeah, I
Sound
really
like a
do.
little old lady with her raccoons or some shit.
I really do. Yeah, I am. I'm an animal empath. Always have been. The orbs I've got on video. Wait till you see all these videos of animals. The orbs will precede the raccoons and the possum and stuff and the cat. Yeah, the orbs will be right there with the raccoons and stuff. Because dude, there ain't no gnats. There ain't no gnats flying around in 17-degree weather, bro. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah, I do. And I mean, I've actually even fucking, made a video not too long ago where these people in Asia are finding little tiny aerial insects with fucking numbers on them, serial numbers, and what are those fucking block pictures that QRs and stuff, like QR, little miniature QR codes. It's just like fucking it. But I mean, again, like, I'm gonna have to defer to the fact that we're talking about a bunch of people that can't even fucking pull off a fucking decent fake shooting anymore, man. Like, I don't know that they have any of this tech. I know that they're a bunch of fucking dudes that really like snorting cocaine's off the ass of a 8-year-old boy before violating and eating
Right.
them or whatever.
They spend more time chasing pleasures of the flesh than they do doing background uh, research on their own fucking jobs, and that's only one little part of one little wire in the whole computer system that they're assigned to be responsible for. And guys like you and me and Crypto Alchemist, all these other guys that have this insane amount of knowledge that we've learned, not just in the past 3 years, but over a lifetime of, mainly the psychology, the ability to socially interact uh, on levels that these motherfuckers have no idea on how we could even, they don't think we're human. And we're more human than they are at this point. In fact, they're another species. The ones with the shit up in them. The Homo borgenesis, the Homo graphioxus, and the Homo bluetoothus.
That's assuming they're not bullshitting about all of it, man.
They're not bullshit. How is my app? And then the natural state of the phone's Bluetooth picking, showing this over this whole fucking year of data I've got, dude, screenshots and everything, and then showing other people on their phones, and then come on, really? And then I've got the research documents on it, dude. I ain't floated it yet.
I think I've seen some of it, haven't I?
No,
like,
not
I think you sent me early on to RefSeek to show me some stuff that you were digging into.
Yeah,
I think the last time you.
Yeah, the basic. They floated it all out except for saying the Bluetooth word. 2.4 gigahertz and transferring into the terahertz is all in there. Oh yeah, I've got all the files that I dug that up when that chick floated the nanotech and the stuff on Stu Peters in 2000. Was it 2020 when we figured that out? No, was it 2021? I can't remember. It's all been fucked around in my mind, all this bullshit. But I know I'm here where I'm supposed to be. It's just they're gonna test me. The AI is gonna test me, with the patent on the flicker rate, the electromagnetic control they've got over all these other people that don't have the stuff up in them. They've still got, old lady down there playing in front of the boob tube all day, and so when I encounter it's hard for me to counter that right when I wake up in pain and I ain't had my coffee or smoke or nothing. I get bombarded. So it was a bad thing for me to be, right there in the house with her, but I had to be for a couple of days because it was frostbit cold. I'd have froze up here. But I knew it's time. I accepted it. I come back up to my little house up here, but I'm here for. I know why I'm here for her now, and I know why some other people are here for her working for, and these other people in town, they're old, like people I've been involved with in Facebook, old programmers, old there's one guy up in here in town that's way beyond a lot of this shit, man. He's leaving comments on my Facebook, and I haven't got to talk to him face to face, but I think he's stalked around me and hung around me a little bit. Some of these guys will hang around. They won't let me know who they are, but and I'm in contact. It's really weird. It's a really weird place, dude. It always has been Magick, dude. Here, Magic City. I call it. It used to be called the Magic City, and then Renaissance Village, and Eureka Springs, and then so I call it the Magic Renaissance Spring Village or whatever.
All that's about to be underwater, right?
Of Eureka.
Like 2/3 of the
No, we're
country.
gonna be an island, dude. I floated those maps. Go look at my post from the other day. I floated the link to all the fucking maps, and the one is the Ozarks, right where I'm at. We're a fucking island. Yep. I'm sitting right here. I'm safe. We're a fucking island right here where I'm at. Everything around us will be underwater till
I think everything a decent stone's throw away from Colorado is going to be all right for a while, because that's where them little fucking
go look.
Them little kitty touching motherfuckers are going to go.
Well, look at those maps I posted and links to the Bing. If you look for future Hopi maps on Bing Images, or future map underwater, future water map or Navy maps, you'll find that one though. But the Ozarks right here in my area will be an island. That's Edgar Casey and the Hopi maps have that. So that's the one to go to, not anybody else's shit.
You ever heard of Edgar Casey's process of how he did what he did? Like how he would basically ask his subconscious prior to going into one of his
I studied
OBEs or whatever.
I studied Edgar Casey. I studied Edgar Casey and Dianetics back when I was 13.
Yeah. Wait, Dianetics. That's why am I thinking of fucking L. Ron Hubbard?
Scientology.
Yeah, that's not the same at all. That's not the same at all. I feel like one of them dumbass blonde chicks that fucking thinks that Jesus laid carpet because he was a carpenter, or like when you say fucking cosmology to somebody and they're like haircuts, fucking Jesus.
Well, hey, I was a carpet installer for years.
Oh yeah. Fuck all that.
Well, there's a reason why I'm right underneath Jesus' feet right here, brother. There's this all linking together so weirdly that I totally expect it to singularity out. Every night that I go to bed, I'm like, man, this is it. This is it. And like yesterday was really, really stressful. I was having, I don't know how I survived yesterday, but it wasn't physical. It was, all mental stress and just having to delegate, not freaking out and hurting somebody, to the point where I'd damn myself into imprisonment here somehow or another.
Yeah, I get you. Man.
Yeah,
sometimes that's the thing, man. Is like we're doing all this shit to our fucking minds and our souls and our bodies to fucking have some kind of discovery to fucking share with these same fucks that are gonna fucking be throwing rotten cabbage and tomatoes at us when we're in the stocks. You know what I mean? The same people that are gonna fucking turn their backs on us. What the asshole that's gonna be in line next to you marching up to the guillotine at the FEMA camp? It's like, but QAnon's gonna come and save us real soon, Mike. Watch. Trump and QAnon, fucking trust the plan, man. The white hats, get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
I ran into one of those AJ guys here at the bar at Chelsea's the other night, and I blew his mind. He following my stuff so hard he can't communicate back with me. But yeah, he was spouting all that shit, and I was like, bro, oh, that's COINTELPRO shit, But no, we ain't gonna be in. There ain't gonna be no. Like View of the Fifth Column said was going over tonight. I don't usually watch much of his stuff because I have questions about him. But he was like, what if nothing happens because
Right.
of what we're doing? Now I have the option of going back home and getting an apartment across the street as of this morning. And I texted Mom while I was at the bar. I was like, well, why don't we move my son over there, and then could stage out the house and be down here too, and help in both
Fuck that. You
places.
guys should step into the Thunderdome and let Master Blaster force you into a fucking death match, bro. You versus Junior.
I called him Nick the Dick and fucking Superman because of the laser eyes.
It'd be using speed versus old age and treachery, man.
My son's got his path
Mama's
and I've got mine. He's got his path and I got mine. And when I was his age, I'll tell you what, I was really fucked up. But it all led up to this point, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, all that wander are not lost. And
right.
All points to nowhere, points home or some shit like that or whatever.
Rome?
Rome was made up.
Whoa, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, it was, dude. But I mean, anybody that will follow that up with something about Tartaria needs to get slapped like way back into the fucking bell bottoms era, you know? Like, again, it's one of those things, like, if they let us talk about it, dude, it's not a thing.
Well, I prefer to start calling it hidden history, you know?
Right.
Have you seen them Tartarian women, though? There's this
Russian
guy
women?
that Far Eastern, Tartarus, borders of Mongolia, Russia. They're an Asian looking. Oh God, dude, I have a thing for Asian women anyway. But there's a guy that did videos covering, what did he cover? Shit, I think he did a one video covering Tartarian girls. It was the best coverage I'd seen. I was like, whoa, and that was right before or after I learned about the mud floods. Well, my dad knew about it. See, because my dad talked to me about rumors, you know, like in Lord of the Rings, that they're talking about rumors of a dark, whatever, you know. My dad was all into Mayan and Egyptian stuff, and there really wasn't no reason for him to be that way, except for the History Channel. But he was that way before History Channel even came around, you know. And he told me when we come out here as a kid, he'd point at these mud flood windows and he'd say stuff to me, and I really didn't pay much attention to it. But I remember now. My family knows something because my grandpa was a moonshiner in the caves and shit around here, and their shit I think they found out about that the boys knew about too, because they were all dark skinned.
I've read things that were written in the late 19th century about the 17th and 18th century that would indicate that the Atlantic was so fucking muddy that you couldn't cross it for like a long time, you know. Chris, how we doing, brother?
Yeah, the buoyancy, the water buoyancy.
Right. And
then flying into the ether. Well, we're on 54 minutes. I like to keep these streams under an hour so they upload.
What the fuck, dude?
My neck is getting cramped.
Time for a quick dick joke? You don't have time for a quick dick joke?
I can't think of one right now. I wanted to put hoodie in with something.
Oh man, I don't know. I was thinking like if I was to straddle you while you were sitting down pooping, and I was to poop in between your legs, we'd be doing a number 4. You know,
well, you ought to
see me. We was kissing, and then we'd be doing a figure 8. You know.
Well, now I can squat. I can piss and shit at the same time out here without getting any on me. I can try that. with the green apple splatters.
Oh
Damn,
yeah.
I need a drink right now. Shit, I got nothing. I got nothing. I have to take one of my
Man, my dog's
ibuprofen.
fucking nuts, bro. What's up? So you're just gonna let me
Well,
run with your stream, right? Like I'll just keep going. You can put the phone down and I'll entertain these fine folks. I will regale these gentlemen with fucking tales of my fucking battle victories and I don't know.
you could start another one. I've only got one person up in here, and then I don't think they've said anything for much anything. They most of my views come on the download. That's why I like keep mine under an hour, so you know they're not like, oh god, we got to sit through 5 hours. I ain't got time for that because I got to cover the news and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you've been killing it on the shorts lately, by the way.
You wait, I got more coming. He's gonna blow everybody's fucking mind away.
We'll see. I'm sure. I believe you.
Like I said, it's all coming together. It's all coming together for me now. And then the astrology is the stars. Keep your eyes on Ariel WXYZ, my astronomer down there in Florida. He's killing it on the transit, everything, and the explanations and stuff. So, yeah, I gotta go to bed because I have a feeling I got to get up early. And I'm watching this return on the geophones. Maybe one of the animals will start be freaking out too. So watch your animals, and
for sure.
like if you start feeling flu-like symptoms, check the solar, the seeds and everything for flares and uh, the NOAA radi like goddamn World News Report today. Oh, James Kaufman covers. I've shown everybody the links and everything on how to get to that stuff. And then, like I said, Russian and European is a lot better than the standard NASA NOAA. But
right, man, I've been running most everything through Russian shit. OK.ru and fucking VK, dude. Those are primarily I would assume that they're porn sites. But just like UK Devils or fucking Noodle Magazine, you go to these things and you type in like what you're talking about, like ISWA or fucking like any kind of geomagnetic fucking monitoring systems and shit, dude. And they are up to date and fucking. They've got like a bunch of shit that if you're not lazy and you'll do a little bit of fucking translating, and by that I mean like have Google do it for you or fucking Yandex.
Well, I got the Samsung internet. The Samsung internet's pretty good on this.
Yeah, Samsung internet's pretty badass too, but you've got to download a fucking package for every goddamn language. I don't know why it doesn't just do like what Google does, like with Chrome. Chrome, that shit'll translate.
Well, if you got a 34, memory card, it ain't nothing. That's why I got this phone and a big memory card, so I could do all that. I got all the languages. I got all, But no, brother, I'll holler at you. Holler at me tomorrow. I'll holler at you. I don't know what I got planned for tomorrow.
Fuck yeah!
I gotta find
them. All right, man.
Probably
stay safe, man. Watch out for the spooks. Watch out for the spooks, bro. And I don't mean ghosts. I mean fucking the.
They ain't been around. They ain't really been around too much. Or at least they're not popping their fucking signals. The camera drone bird though does. He likes to watch.
Oh no, I meant the kind that like my grandpa would say they do all the ookin and eekin. You know what I'm saying? That kind of spook, the ones with guns.
Oh, I got a frequency that'll fucking make black powder. What do you call it? Unexplosive.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Look it up. All right, peace out, man. Motherfuckers.
Yeah, remind me about my Telegram files next time we talk, man. I've got some stuff I need to share with you, anyways.
You look up on DuckDuckGo or RepSeek on the documents frequency to make a black powder in or gunpowder or whatever.
I can't have anything like that, man.
I can't either, but that doesn't mean I don't have. All right, peace out, motherfuckers.
All right, later, brother. Later.
See you later.